And we'll see if he's going to be able to kind of find his first W here as we are diving into the grand finals for ESL Open Cup Asia number 102.
We've had so many. I almost can't believe that we've reached 102, but we are going to be concluding ESL Asia number 102, or at least starting to conclude it, on Pride of Altaris. LE, we're in the top left-hand corner map, spotting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We, of course, have our red Zerg player coming out from the land of Korea. He's been waiting a long time for an opponent in the grand finals. He is representing KZ Gaming, KZG, or Kizig. He is Sola.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player. He is blue, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is herO. As we are getting into the grand finals, and I did want to quickly add here because I can see !Funada Mirox Mira X in the chat, talking a little bit about that opener, or sorry, that build I should say. And yeah, there are different ways to help deal with it. There's Ubu Thermal's way, where he rushes an engineering bay to throw down missile turrets to be those anchor points to help deal with those void rays. There are other players who do rush out 1-1-1 into Vikings. There are others who rely a lot more on Cyclones instead, but I don't think any one of those variants involves getting tanks out.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do rely a lot on SCV micro and repairs as well, to be fair.
Yeah, SCV micro, which unfortunately wasn't quite there for Beyond a bit of a later pull, all things considered. I am honestly really surprised that herO is the first player to go for the gold this game.
Yeah, it was a really bold strategy, especially because gold bases don't benefit Protoss players anywhere near as much, and this immediately gets scattered as well from Solar. So Solar, now he knows what he's going to be focusing on. Immediately he throws down a Roach Warren.
Yeah, he wants to hit that base as hard and as fast as possible. herO setting up a bit of a wall here, just trying to protect that mineral line, but we'll see.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things going on here. One, obviously, herO knows he got scattered. He knows how vulnerable this base is, and he's trying to set up some really nice SimCity. And honestly, it's looking pretty good. But he doesn't have the high ground like he normally would at his natural. Like, he doesn't have that defender's advantage. He's kind of being split up. It's still going to be very difficult to hold, especially against this fast Roach Warren.
Yeah, time to see his shield batteries get thrown down. One of them so far. And a pretty quick robo facility as well. Again, Immortals are key here to defend against roaches in particular.
Yeah, the thing is that, again, herO hasn't scattered at all. He has not gone across the map. He doesn't know what the response is going to be from Solar. If it's going to be a Ling Bane bust, if Solar's even going to try and punish the space at all, or try and be greedy instead. He's in the dark right now.
It's about to get a lot darker as roaches move across the minimap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Solar, this is a beautiful response to scouting this, by the way. Like, he skipped... Oh, sorry, no, he did still get Link speed, but finally this has been spotted. The first Ravager's on the way, and we have 2 Adepts and 1 Sentry to defend. Oh, no!
That's gonna be it.
He gets in!
Slowly finishes up. Now he does get in with a couple of his Zerglings. The force field, unfortunately, not quite quick enough. And that's the only force field available, too.
Yeah, it is the only force field. Meanwhile, there's not enough energy for an overcharge here. We do have a shield battery, but it's trying its best, and it's already out of energy.
That Immortal is not popping out. It will. That robo facility does get depowered, and I mean, everything else is just going to fall from here, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The Artosis pylon. Everything is going to fall, as you were saying. All the production is here as well, and GG gets called.
Well, it's a bold move, a very bold move from herO. A little too bold.
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, a shout out to herO for trying to make that happen. It was very unexpected. But like, again, Solar was so quick to respond when he saw that. Like, as soon as he saw that, he's like, bam, Roach Warren. He's like, I know exactly what I need to do.
Switched. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
I mean, he's been on the opposite end of that a couple of times, but in PvZ in particular, not quite in ZVPs. But yeah, I mean, his responses throughout the entire day have been fantastic to anything being thrown his way.
Yeah, it just goes to show his experience, right? Like that's something that we were kind of talking about a lot when it comes to Solar. To be fair, like this is a new map pool, so things are kind of on a more even playing field. But regardless, like Solar just knew exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, he's done his homework in a sense. He understands the maps pretty damn well at this point. Been out for a little while. Anyway, we're going to be continuing our grand finals here on 2000 Atmospheres. LE. We're in the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have our blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He, of course, is representing KZ Gaming. KZG. He is Solar.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player. He is red, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. Currently down in this series, but not out. It is herO.
Thankfully, there's nothing to tempt him on 2000 Atmospheres.
Let's say Blackburn was vetoed. Let's.
I think it was. Inu posted the map order earlier on, but I actually don't remember what the map order is anymore.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
I remember Hardwire is in there somewhere. Berlingrad is map 5. I remember that much.
Oh.
Curious Minds was vetoed as well.
See, Yaku,
but that's about as much as I remember.
That's why I bring you in. You know, you may forget things that happened a week ago, but you remember things that happened a couple of seconds ago, or a couple of minutes.
A few things.
Yeah.
Some things.
Some, not everything.
I remember some things. Yeah.
Oh my god. As we're getting into what I imagine is going to be a much more standard game, herO trying to be a little bit cheeky in game 1, but because this is such a long best of series, like, you can afford to do things like that. Like, it's not the biggest of deals for herO to have lost game 1.
Yeah, it's not like he's a match point or anything, or Soul's a match point or anything.
Exactly, and I imagine herO is going to go for a Stargate opener, but we'll see. He did force the unnatural natural, so he always has the opportunity to go into, I don't know, something like Glaive Adepts if he wanted to.
I mean, just based on a series against Bjorn, I imagine he does want to go for Glaive Adepts wherever possible, but for now, he is opening up a lot safer with that Stargate.
There we go. We do have a Stargate on the way, which is what we typically expect on 2000 Atmospheres. We'll keep an eye on things, you know, whether or not he gets +1 air attack, whether a second Stargate gets thrown down as well, or if he transitions into something else from here as, ooh, a link slips in.
I gets a nice scout and everything.
Yeah, unfortunately the wall was not a wall, so Solar gets a free scout, doesn't even have to waste an Overlord getting into the main base and confirming the opening unit.
Just a Void Ray.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of Protoss players go for more Oracle heavy openers instead, whether it's 1, 2, sometimes even 3, sometimes even mass Oracles on Blackburn. But so far that is not the case for herO.
Yeah, especially because it's not Blackburn.
True.
He is going to follow it up with an Oracle, though.
Yeah, so his Void Ray is just going to be able to chase away as many of these Overlords as possible. The Lings do get a scout, and they do confirm that the third is on the way there.
And from there, Solar really has 2 options available for him. Either be aggressive and try to get a cancel on that third, or just drone up, get himself on a very stable economy, and he chooses the latter.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's always risky to try and get a wave of Lings, especially because like there's already SimCity here, like he didn't have them pre-made or anything like that. So the third is going to get up and running, and we have confirmation that herO is going just for pure Skytoss at the moment. Second Stargate, Forge for cannons as well.
Yeah, taking a bit of a page from Zest's book here. And I imagine herO wants to turtle up a little bit more on 2,000 atmospheres, but again, with the Void Rays out, there is plenty of opportunity for tech snipes, for harass, for a whole lot, really.
Oh yeah, once he gets enough, and once he is safe, or his third base is secure with some cannons and some shield batteries, then he can start being active out on the map. Meanwhile, now our kind of attention has to focus a little bit on Solar, right? Like, what is he going to do as a response? Is, oh my god, herO goes straight into a fleet beacon.
Tempest! No, probably not, but...
it's possible, but Solar, he dips in, and despite all these Void Rays, he scats the fleet beacon.
Yeah, and like you were saying, I too have to wonder what his response from here is going to be. His lair is about to finish up. Is he going to throw down a quick Spire and try to meet herO in the... Wait a minute, it's Solar. Yeah, no, he's not going to do that at all. He's going to continue to spread his creep highway and try to hit with Queens and Roaches. Any other Zerg player, maybe they're willing to beat the Protoss on late game, but not Solar.
Yeah, I kind of like this from Solar. He throws down a Hydrogen. So there are a couple of things that the fleet beacon tells us. He canceled it. Oh my god. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that as I quickly checked the vision of herO and Solar, still he wasn't able to reconfirm that. But if you see a fleet beacon like this, then you know, oh my god, he wants to try and rush into either carriers or Tempest. He is not going to have disruptors on the ground, or his ground supporting units are going to be very low. I can try and hit a Hydra timing and end the game, and try and overwhelm whatever's in the sky. But because herO canceled the fleet beacon, he throws down the robo, he throws down the robotics bay, he is going to be going for disruptors on the ground.
And it only takes one purification that would take out Hydras.
Yeah.
There are a lot squishier than Queens.
herO with the baits here. So this is kind of like, I want to say kind of best case scenario for herO. It's still going to be scary. Like, Hydras are coming out. herO does scout them, though.
And he knows that disruptors are the right call to make. Well, he could afford to try to get some... he could instead go for Colossus, I suppose, but... Yeah, they're not quite as reliable as his disruptors.
I mean, he can win or both, you know? We'll see.
¿Por
qué no los dos? The first couple of disruptors are coming out. They do get scattered by Solar. With his links, he was able to dip in and confirm the tech. These buildings aren't in the best position. Also, can the disruptors even get out?
They can.
Okay.
They can. Okay.
Thank God.
Okay. They have to take a bit of a maze, but yeah, they do get out.
Exactly, and now the Hydra army is coming out, and now Solar's in a bit of a rough position. He has to be careful. If he commits to a fight, and if he loses all these Hydras, it's GG. Like, Hydras is so expensive, and they take so long to remake. Oh my god, the Novas are coming out!
Already a massive chunk of the Hydras do get taken out. Fortunately, Muscular Augments hasn't finished up quite yet. Beautiful force fields.
Oh my god.
No Ravagers to battle them down. And just like that, herO holds, but also loses a ton of workers. We're at 84 drones versus 60 probes.
Yeah, that was beautiful. We had a bit of a bailing run by here on the right-hand side. So herO was a little bit distracted, and Solar was able to get something done. And sure, he lost a handful of Hydras, but not too many. So Solar, his Hydra count is still looking really good, and now he can tech up. He can work towards those Vipers, towards that Hive.
Yeah, potentially the lurkers of the game continues on long enough, but yeah, Solar's just giving himself a lot of possibilities here. Throwing down tech and doesn't need to commit to any of them yet.
Yeah, definitely. He's just kind of posturing right now. Another massive Bane run by. Where's the army? It's not here. It's going to get into the mineral line again. Oh!
Or is it? Well, a couple of them will. Oh, all of those clumped up probes. 11 of them total will get wiped out. herO almost caught back up on the worker count, and just in the blink of an eye. He's down in the gutters again.
Yeah, again, this is how you want to be playing as a Zerg player. You don't want a head-on engagement. Not yet. Oh, he's going to be pushing on forward. Oh, almost snipes the Void Ray, but he has to be careful. The Disruptors are still here.
But Muscular Augments has finished up. Solar's now fighting in creep. Hydras are able to maneuver much swifter.
Yeah, at the same time, a Ling run by. It looks like the Warping of Zealots will be able to clean all of them up, though. Meanwhile, there are still no Lurkers. The Banelings, though, are here to help deal with the Zealots.
And you'll get quite a number of juicy connections, but not enough of them, I would say. Beautiful Novas pop off left and right, and with that, herO has enough to keep pushing.
Yeah, he does. He has Colossus behind this as well. The Disruptors are finally going to go down. Vipers are coming in, but they don't have enough energy. They get picked off. Oh my god, Solar panicking a little bit there, and it looks like this base, not just the base, but every single drone. Jesus Christ, there are so many of them. 20 go down.
Wow. herO reciprocating the damage that Solar dealt hard.
Exactly, and there are still no Lurkers, by the way. Without Lurkers, the Zerg player doesn't have a backbone. Solid Yoink Thor. One of the Colossus finally goes down, but I don't think it's going to be enough, mate.
Yeah, we still have another Colossus shelling away at the army. Zealots have been dealt with, but again, the main backbone of the Protoss army was still alive. GG, herO ties up the series sideways 1-1.
GG, and there's a reason why we talk a lot about Solar and how he hates he's not one to enjoy the late game of ZVP in that kind of scenario. He was kind of led there again. Like, he was expecting to hit a timing with his Hydras, and then when he showed up, suddenly there were Colossus and Disruptors, and he couldn't really do anything with them.
Yeah, that bamboozle from herO was massive. Solar just had one more Overlord dip in, but another completely different scenario, but was what it was in the end. And I do feel like the Hydras could have still worked out, as long as Solar transitioned to Lurkers much quicker.
Well, there was just no transition to Lurkers.
That was as long as he transitioned to Lurkers, period, right?
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Like, Hydra Lurker Viper, it's okay. Like, it's a solid army composition. It doesn't scale incredibly well against Skytoss, but it can get you there, right? But Solar, he just needed a little bit more time. He instead prioritized his Vipers, and they were not what he needed at the time.
Yeah, especially if they were dead.
Yeah.
Portrait control, but we do have an answer to an earlier question. This map was not vetoed, and we're going into Blackburn LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have a blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He is representing KZ Gaming, KZG, or KZG. He is Solar.
Oh my god, it's spawning in the bottom right hand corner, but also the dead center of Blackburn LE. Oh my god, we have the Protoss player from South Korea representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, the PG. It is herO.
He's mad.
He's
upset.
He's mad in more ways than one. He's crazy.
Yeah. He's crazy, but also angry.
Yeah.
He was forced to cancel his fleet beacon.
So here we go. We do have two gateways in the middle of the map. Zealots are going to be pumped out. We do not have a Cyber Core, so again, the ability to throw down anything else isn't available yet. But he did take his gas, so a Cyber Core is thrown down on the low ground.
And Zealots can do a whole lot when you're still in the early game. No Queen's out. Solar also going for a hatch gas pool. Means that he won't have Queens out or even Lings anytime soon.
He also went for a very greedy opener. Dark has been doing this a lot, going for a very fast third base before your natural's even done. At 20 supply. This does delay your queens. It does delay quite a bit as the Zealots are about to rock up.
Hello.
Oh, Spine's on the way though. Oh, never mind.
Might get cancelled.
Oh god, it does get cancelled here. Has to be so careful. He has to make sure he doesn't get surrounded. Oh!
Drone drilling is looking pretty decent so far. Hasn't lost any of his drones yet. Now he loses one, but only one.
Yeah, only one goes down. The micro so far has been pretty good, but these zealots will finally be cleaned up, but not before 4 drones go down.
Yeah, that's honestly acceptable damage, I think, for herO here, or acceptable.
Yeah. And shout out to Solar, by the way.
Trade.
Like, I was eating my own words when I was like, yo, when you go for a third base like this, like, you can't produce 2 queens at a time. He actually cancelled his third to produce those queens when he saw the zealots rock up. So, very nice reaction by Solar.
I think that actually proves your point, though.
Yeah.
He got the 2 queens because he cancelled.
Yeah. So, his opener was a little bit inefficient there. With like he had plans and he was forced to react, unfortunately. And now the adepts are coming in. Link speed is not done yet.
Not at all. These are glaiveless adepts, but again, with good enough target firing, it really only takes 1 shade to complete the mineral line in order to really mess up the Zero player's economy.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have a couple more adepts rocking up. Warp gate is now complete, so herO will have a much easier time reinforcing across the map. He's going to have 3 gates to work with.
3?
3. Uh-oh.
3?
Uh-oh.
But the adepts do get surrounded in the middle of the map. They cannot kill these links quick enough, and they cannot shade. Okay, they do shade out quick enough, but they're still very, very low on health. 1 more good surround is all Solar really needs to shut down the aggression. herO transitioning to a Twilight Council.
Yeah, I'm
and
really...
when I say yeah, when I say transitioning, I mean maybe not transitioning at all, because he could just follow up these adepts with glaives.
Exactly. So herO has a couple of options. One, though, there is no shield battery, so this zealot, it's going to go down. Oh, but the lings, they will not break into the natural base. Not yet. Meanwhile, the adepts are still here across the map. That's a lot of lings, though. Oh god, don't commit, don't commit. Oh, he's going for it!
No, he does commit. And he does get back into a corner. Shades out, or tries to shade out. But it does not save much. It really doesn't save much. Only 5 adepts make it out. May have been potential there for herO if he had glaives, but he only now started it.
Yeah, glaives is on the way, though. What's also important is that herO actually has the worker lead. Oh, but herO cannot afford to lose this pylon and 2 of his gateways.
Or the rest of his army.
Ugh. Yeah, exactly. The adepts, they do survive for now, but what's important is that this will get depowered. herO needs to replenish and rebuild these gates if he wants to commit to the glaive adepts.
He definitely wants to commit. I mean, I feel like that's his only option at this point. Like, a Robo transition would be too expensive. A Stargate transition would take too long.
Yeah, and in the end, Glaive Adepts is about to finish up, but there's not going to be a Glaive Adepts attack. There's only 1 gateway that herO is working with, and he's not throwing down more. He's throwing down a Robo instead. And to be fair, a Robo, I should say, a War Prism can do a lot, but we still need more production.
Yeah, more production, more mining. Or just about anything right now for herO. Double Stargate as a follow-up?
So I saw that herO was waiting to kill the Overlord before he threw anything down, and I'm like, okay, sure, he's gonna wait until the Overlord's dead to throw down more gates. He's still got Glaive Adepts, by the way. He's still got Glaives.
Yeah, he never canceled the upgrade.
Yeah.
But listen, when he tech switches later down the line, he's gonna need it.
I mean, this could potentially be big brain, right? herO, he's going to reveal these adepts. I imagine they're going to shoot at some point, and Solar is going to see that they have glaives, and he's like, oh my god, I need to get ready. He's getting a Roach Warren. Like, he is getting ready for Glaive Adepts, by the way. He expected gateways to be thrown down, but herO, he's doing anything but that. He's hard switching into Phoenixes.
Here's the counter argument, though, Light. We're on Blackburn.
Yep.
Which is known to be very strong for roach pushes. The roach pushes that Solar is now getting ready for.
Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised by the Phoenixes. I thought it was gonna go Void Ray, and Void Rays would have been amazing. They would have been beautiful. They can harass. They can also deal with roaches on the ground fairly quickly. Going for Phoenixes like this is unorthodox, and I feel like it's unorthodox for a reason.
Because it doesn't always work out.
We'll
Very
see.
rarely works out.
I mean, it's gonna be a surprise.
It will, and not the pleasant kind of surprise either.
Yeah, and you know what? There are no spores. Like, there's a world where maybe the Phoenixes come across the map, kill all the queens, and then just kill all the overlords and drones. Like, it can happen.
It can.
Yeah. And he's going for it. He sent it across the map. Alright, here.
Solo still doesn't have a clue.
Yeah, still no spores. Like, still only a handful of queens. Phoenixes are about to rock up, and what shoots up?
Queens.
Oh, he's going for the Ravagers. Okay, here we go. One Ravager goes down immediately. Solar is going for a massive counterattack, and this is the scenario that you were talking about, where it's like, are Phoenixes really the best defensive unit right now?
Yeah, this is where the majority of hero's army is, or hero's army supply is located, and there are enough Phoenixes to keep the Ling Bane at bay for now, and actually also the Roaches and Ravagers.
Yeah, the Roach Ravager is they're trying to hide from the Phoenixes. The Phoenixes are trying to hunt them down, but they cannot find them. Solar does successfully escape their grasp, and he is going into Hydras from here.
Once again, and we do see Flea Bacon coming out from herO, but I highly doubt he's going to cancel it this time.
At that as well. Meanwhile, ooh, the Ravagers were finally found. They all get picked off, so will some of these Roaches. So these Phoenixes, they are dealing a lot of damage. They're finding a lot of value here. But they still haven't dealt any economic damage.
Yeah, which is the most worrisome thing right now. Solar has been stable on 3 bases for the longest time, and he's using that to make sure he gets a very healthy Hydra count.
Yeah. We'll see if he can pull this off. He tries to get a Void Ray, but the transfuses are good enough. Hydras are on the way. We do see carriers in production for herO, but carriers in low numbers, they do fall to high enough Hydras.
And by high enough, we do mean 11.
Oh,
or
yeah.
13, I suppose.
13 is pretty high, but to be fair, herO is doing a decent job at keeping all these Hydras at home. That carrier count is slowly getting higher. To be fair, we're still working on the first 2, but once we get 4, once we get 6 carriers, then herO is gonna be feeling pretty good about himself.
Yeah, about himself, about his army, about his chances in the game. And the question will, at that point, be how does Solar tech up from there? Because we know him to be very fond of sticking to mid-game units, especially in ZVP, but there does come a point where he needs a little bit more than just Hydras.
Speaking of just Hydras, this is what I was talking about. herO, he doesn't care about your spores. He just dives in anyway, gets a Hydra, gets a Queen, gets a couple of drones.
Dips out.
Dips on out. Oh, and this is a little bit scary. So, Solar, he's got to move out soon, because if he doesn't, mate, Temple Archive just finished up. Storm is going to be on the way.
Storms and Archons, the best supporting unit for carriers and Phoenixes. Now, +1, sorry, is about to finish up very, very soon, and that should be the trigger for Solar to start moving out, because if not, I really don't like his chances. And he doesn't like his chances either in the late game.
Yeah, like Hydras are good in the mid game. They're okay in the mid game, but as the game progresses, it's a little bit more Monka S. There we go. Storm is on the way. To be fair, it only just started a little bit late, to be honest. So herO definitely could have started it much sooner. So Solar has a big window before that happens.
A window that he's using to push out. Or at least harass.
Yeah, Lings are headed towards the goal base. Meanwhile, both goal bases have been taken by either player. The carriers! Oh god!
Caught in the middle of the map with a ton of Phoenixes too! The range, unfortunately, not quite there for Solar.
Oh,
just barely out of reach.
That was so close. He wants it so bad. He's getting ready to dive in. Mass, Ling, Bane, Hydra coming out here from Solar. And the Banelings are coming in. Ah!
So many force fields though, and there's more where that came from.
That was insane. Not a single Baneling connected. What?
No, oh by the gold base, but now they're starting to get some connections. Yep. A lot of depths and a lot of cells are starting to fall. Here comes the storm though.
The storms are exactly what herO needed, but he needs a little bit more than that. One more storm would really seal the deal. The carriers are coming out. The boys are being pulled. Overcharges being popped. And it looks like herO will defend.
Not only defend, but completely crush the army of Solar. GG. herO finds himself a match point.
GG. We saw what happens as soon as Storm is done. 2 solid storms was all he needed. And Hydras, they just melt to the Protoss.
Like so. Does definitely feel like Solar could have been more decisive that game.
I expected him to push out sooner, not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
But I also have to commend not just the force fields. The force fields were insane, zoning out all these Banelings. Also, I don't know if you noticed, in the middle of that fight, as the Banelings were trying to roll in, herO came in with the Phoenixes and picked up like so many of them as well. Like his control was insane.
Yeah. Showing a lot of that off today. Series against Bjorn and now series against Solar, and with that, he's only 1 map away, un momento por favor, from winning his first ESL Open Cup Asia. Not his first ESL Open Cup. He did win NA a couple of weeks back, but yeah. Things are looking on the up and up, but can he bring it back home? We are going to be continuing our series now on Hardwire LE. We're in the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have a blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing KZ Gaming, KZG. We have the Kashinical Open Cup number 3 champion. We have Solar.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, experiencing a little bit of lag. Hopefully everything is okay. We have the South Korean Protoss player. He only needs 1 more win to be today's champion. It is herO.
Hoping that ain't me.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
My ping is pretty stable for now.
Okay. Mine is as well. Stable at 170.
Yeah. Stable at 135. 36
Ooh,
now.
nice.
34 now. 35 now. 36 now.
Yeah. It looks like okay, it looks like they're all good.
Oh, it might be bad.
Oh no, Maddox is asking the cast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's like,
on behalf of herO, who is it? Fess up.
Oh god, but there we go. Everyone confirming that everyone is good. And yeah, now we're getting into this game. Again, the last thing we want is for someone to lag out the lobby, lag out the game, and somehow affect the gameplay of these 2 players.
Yeah, especially players like herO who are, very reliant on their control and on their micro.
Oh, exactly. And we'll see what he decides to open up with. Fun fact, we haven't seen herO go for a standard Clave Adept opening. I don't know if that's something he enjoys though. I think he always likes to add a little bit more pizzazz to things. He's fancy like that.
Yeah. A little bit of a sprinklings of herO.
What?
The sprinklings of herO,
Oh, there you go.
It's a little bit of herO spice.
And we'll see. I mean, Hardwire, it is a bit of a smaller map. Not the smallest or anything like that. But because of that, something like a more gateway-centric army could could do well.
Yeah, warping him in back home and then send him across the map. I feel like I'm just describing Glaive of Depths or one of the Glaive of Depth builds, but
Yeah.
yeah, once again, herO is opting to play safe.
There we go. We do have a Stargate opener coming out from herO. Things looking a little bit more standard from his end. And oh my god, going straight into +1 air. Skipping Warp Gate.
What?
Yeah?
I feel like I've seen this a couple of times, but it always surprises me whenever I see it.
Yeah, it's really greedy, obviously. Like, if something went wrong, if a run-by happened, and if your army isn't in position, then you just can't warp in, and you just die. But, yeah, this is a very strong opener when it comes to reinforcing your Sky Toss and just getting the most out of these Void Rays as you can.
That would be even better. Fleet Beacon and Flux Veins. Which I imagine he'll eventually get into, but for now I have to imagine Soul scratching his head a little like, why don't you have gateways yet, buddy?
Well, I mean, for all he knows, it's just Warp Gate being researched, right? Which is pretty normal.
At the 4-minute mark?
True, it should be done. Oh god. And meanwhile, we do see, yep, the second Stargate gets thrown down as well, so it is going to be just pure Sky Toss from our herO here. And as you were saying, we'll see if he doubles down, throws down a Fleet Beacon just for Void Ray speed.
Well, he's going to throw it down for Void Ray speed, but I feel like it's going to be more than just Void Ray speed. Catch my drift.
Yeah, exactly, as he does even catch the follow-up Overlord of Solar. This Overlord, his goal was to dive in and scout, but he was denied. There is a second Overlord here in the middle of the map, so maybe Solar can try and sneak in later on. But at the moment, he's having a hard time getting past all these Voids.
It is Voids, the Zealot. Once again, Solar's got to scratch his head.
Yo, also massive shout out to Gemini in the chat, providing a little bit of a translation.
Oh!
Thank you, Gemini.
Interesting. Do appreciate it. Fortunately, we don't have any Hangul readers for this tournament.
What are you on? We have Maddox. What are you on about?
I meant in the cast. But we do have Maddox. Yeah.
Okay.
And also with Maddox, it's at his own discretion. We can't force Maddox to translate for us like we can with Kronos.
There you go, mate. There you go. One day we'll get Kronos in here. Speaking of Kronos, we were talking about it. There it is. Fleet Beacon gets thrown down. So again, herO basically going full Sky Toss. Finally, Warp Gate is on the way, and that will help out when it comes to defending in a pinch if there is something like a run by. But now the Void Rays are out. They're ready to be active. They're ready to deny bases and pick off whatever they can. Speaking
Slowly but surely, yeah. Right outside the hatch, come on.
Yo, can he get a kill? Up!
Doesn't get a kill, but at least forces a cancel.
Exactly. Nicely done.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh!
Just, I'm not gonna lie, I was so sad when he cancelled, and then I was very happy when he threw it down again. It was great.
Yeah, he just likes to play for emotions like that. Keeps us extra hype. But yeah, we've seen Solar go for a lot of Hydra base builds in CVP, not just today, but in general throughout this current meta. But this is probably one of the first times I think I've seen Solar go for a Hydra Nidus.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of queens, so they're all going to be a part of this as they all just get their transfuses going, and then we are sending them all across the map. So Hydra Queen is going to be pushing out, and herO has decent defenses at the third base, not so much at the natural, as the Nidus has finally been revealed, and now herO's like, oh my god, where's it? Where's it coming from?
It's funny, I feel like the lack of Warp Gate It's actually hurting his defenses a ton here.
Yeah, it was actually cancelled for +2. Oh god, the army's coming in. Finally, herO gets an eye on where the Nidus was, and we do have more cannons and shield batteries on the way, but they're not ready yet.
Yeah, these sentries also aren't going to be able to make it out in time, so no force fields to zone away the army. So energy for battery overcharge either by this natural base.
Yeah, exactly. There's just so much DPS potential here. +2 is denied. Air weapons +2, I should say. And I just don't know how herO deals with this. Like, the interceptors aren't going to do anything here.
Well, I feel like if herO fights in this third base location, he's definitely fine. And yeah, Solar is willing to fight him here, which is a little bit questionable, but he does have a lot of DPS with these Hydras.
True, overcharge is being popped. Now is the moment for herO to push out, but another wave of Hydras comes out of the Nidus.
And look at all these interceptors dropping like flies. We saw a massive cloud of them into a 0 of them in the skies.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Like, Hydra timings like this, when there are only 4 or so carriers, like, there's just not enough interceptors. Like, the Hydras they just eat them up. And it's exactly what they want. This is what Solar was trying to go for in the previous game, if you remember, when he scouted the early fleet beacon. But this time, there actually was an early fleet beacon, and this is exactly what Solar wanted.
Yeah, no disruptors to help herO this time.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That's a lot of cannons.
There's a lot of cannons. It's a full wall.
Like, he's bought a lot of time for a lot of static defense. herO just has to take this slow and steady, right?
Yeah, the last thing he wants to do right now is to move forward with his Skytoss army and then just get everything targeted down by the Hydras. I mean, already a lot of interceptors are getting targeted down by the Hydras. Hasn't lost too many Void Rays yet though, which is a plus.
Yeah, exactly. Only 1 Void Ray has died this game. So that's kind of best case scenario here for herO. More carriers are coming out. He's just waiting for all his interceptors to replenish, and then he's looking to dive in again and trade. Uh-oh. But the Banelings are on the way.
They're looking to bust on through.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about it earlier. Unfortunately, cannons cannot split, and that is the role here of these Banelings. Not just the cannons, but also the shield batteries. I know, right? They're not like spores, you know?
That seems a little imbalanced. I think cannons should be able to...
Oh, God!
Bane Bust does move forward. Just about every single cannon is dealt with, as well as the shield batteries. There are no defenses by this natural base location anymore. It's even an extra Baneling that moves forward and takes out a couple of workers. The interceptors are running low once again. These Void Rays were trying to get something done across the map, but it couldn't do anything. Solar is taking us to the ace match.
Yeah, exactly. herO tried to evacuate that natural base, but 15 workers just went down. He also went for a counterattack with the Void Rays. He denied the 4th base, sure, but he could not break into the 3rd.
That's really where the moneymaker of Solar was. Solar doesn't even care about expanding at this point anymore. He knows he can win the game from here.
Exactly. Meanwhile,
but
I do want to apologize for some dropped frames, just because with all these carriers and all these Hydras, there's just a lot happening on the screen, and oh boy, herO is going for the base trade.
Can he win the base trade?
The problem is that there's a Nidus, he can just come back home. Like, Solar can recall.
Pretty much, yeah. As awkward as it is to think about, Desert Recall is available for Solar right now. And herO, I will say that he has a lot of defenses by that 3rd base location, but he has no production left. Even if he does hold in that base and he continues to mine, to what end does he mine from there?
Yeah, we'll see how this goes, because what I will say is that right now we have 2 base Protoss against 3 base Zerg. Like, the economic situation is still relatively even, but ooh, herO is supply blocked. Oh my god, he has to be careful not to be called out!
Oh god! No! His army, but now he is, and he is inching closer and closer to every single carrier on the map right now. Well, not quite yet. He just wants to deal with the interceptors, and then he wants to target fire these carriers.
Exactly, every single interceptor goes down. Jesus Christ. The carriers are trying to escape as best they can, but Solar is getting ready for a massive push. This natural base, or I guess this main question mark of herO, does have a lot of cannons, but I just don't know if he can hold on.
And Solar's just toying with herO at this point. He could have totally killed all those carriers, but he was like, nope, I'm just gonna let you bankrupt yourself, herO.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, all the new production has been depowered. All the gateways are going down, as well as this fresh mining base. And that is going to be the end of the line here for herO. herO, sure, he takes up the main base and maybe even this lair, which is nice, but he just can't win a head-on engagement. He cannot take on the army of Solar.
Unless Solar decides not to engage at all, which has happened a couple of times, but now he's got it in the bag.
Yeah, exactly. herO, he's knocked down to a single base. That is all he has remaining here. And again, he's trying to hold on as best he can. He's trying to fight as best he can. He still has a very scary army, but oh no, not like this.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose that very scary army to base control. And once you get... I mean, if these carriers are in the middle of the map, right, without any dead air to defend them, all of a sudden it goes from a very scary army to a army that isn't a threat at all.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we have a mothership on the way, by the way.
Because why not? It's
yeah.
one of the few army units herO can really produce right now.
Again, it's one of those things where there is a world where herO wins, like, one big fight. Maybe Solar fights with half his army, and then he fights with his other half of his army, and maybe herO can win there, but, like, that's the only thing he's hoping for right now.
Yeah, and it's something that is reliant on, you know, Solar making a mistake that herO can't necessarily force out of him. But the mothership does provide a little bit of extra utility.
Oh, there's no detection. There's no detection. The spore though.
There is a detection, but yeah, there is a spore,
yeah,
and
thank God.
those heroes did finish up. Interceptors are moving out of cloak range as well, and the Corruptors are getting right on top of that mothership.
Yeah.
No! The Void Rays is zoning them out. Is herO gonna do it? The supplies are getting even, but he realizes the writing is on the wall, and Solar takes us to game 5.
GG. herO at the end there lost every single one of his interceptors. You could just had very, very limited damage output there. GG gets called, and as you said, we are going to that ace match.
Woo!
I kind of almost wish herO just dove and focused down the Overseers, right? Like, there were only 2 of them.
Yeah, there were, but they were also really behind, far behind the Hydras and the Queens as well.
Yeah. They were.
So it would have been a risky, maneuver. Regardless.
Yeah, I mean, he was taking a risk going for the mothership anyway. That was his win condition. He was hoping that there wouldn't be any of that detection. But in the end there was, and we are going to the ace match, and what an ace match this is going to be, as it is going to be on Berlingrad.
We're going to have the dogs.
The doggos.
But also we're going to have a very short rush at this map, so I guess that's more what you were looking at. Not me, though. I look at what's important.
The doggos, man.
Yeah, look at them! Beautiful. As we load into game number 5 here, our final map of the tournament. It is going to be Berlingrad LE. We're in the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have our blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing KZ Gaming, KZG, in just less than 12 hours ago. He won the ESL Open 3, and now he's looking to continue his streak, his dominance, his win streak. Let's call it a win streak here in ESL Open Cup Asia number 102. As he gets 2-gate proxied, he is Solar.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, this is what I was worried about because, mate, no gases are being taken. It's going to be 3 gates. It's going to be more than 3. Let's be real here. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player. He is red, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is herO. Let's go.
Let's heckin' go. And
I was like, where's the...
to...
Yeah, I was like, where's the probe? This madman, he's pretending to cannon rush right now.
Yeah, trying to fake it out a little bit, and it does force a bit of a response here from Solar. Oh man, herO sees that it's hatch gas pool, and this is best case scenario for him. He's got to be sighing such a deep sigh of relief.
Well, there's a couple of things that just happened. He forced a lot of lost mining time, which is honestly quite nice here for herO. Finally, the spawning pool finishes up. We're going to see the queens. We're going to see the lings on the way. But the zealots are about to rock up. Ooh, herO is getting a gas behind this.
Oh, interesting. I was kind of anticipating herO to just not get any gas whatsoever and throw down one more gateway, but yeah, he does want this game to continue. He knows that he can't win it with just slow zealots. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, he's doing what he can, and again, best case scenario for him is to get us around on this queen at the natural, get a kill, and then maybe even take out the natural itself. Right now, he is able to wall off. We do have a spine on the way here for Solar. Oh, and the queen.
And
it gets out.
The queen is able to evacuate to a choke point, but it's nothing to help transfuse it.
Oh god, and the hatchery is getting low. Uh-oh.
It's so low, mate. It's on less than half health at this point. If herO just targets it down, he will be able to take it, and herO is also able to force a lot of units out from Solar.
Yeah, the
Lings...
Lings...
And Solar doesn't even care, he's just going across the map!
Well, he can't fight this. He knows, like, Lings against Zealots, you never want to see that unless you can get surrounds just like this. He does catch a couple of the reinforcements, he will be able to take out these Zealots, but at the same time, the Zealots of herO are getting into the main base, but the spine, it does reburrow.
Does reposition itself, and Solar is doing his best to try to just take out any production of herO right now. That is the start. But how does he continue? There's still plenty of zealots out here. That probe actually is still alive, and it can repower those 3 gateways.
That is huge, by the way. The probe gets picked off. There's still one probe in the middle of all those zealots, but the Lings are flooding into the main base. What is there here to defend? A single shield battery, and it's not done yet. Probes are going down.
Probes are getting taken out, but such a good surround to probes too. The battery does finish up as well, and in the end, herO only loses 5 workers. He's still ahead, technically.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any production. We have a gateway, a single gateway on the way back at home. These zealots will form a wall, so herO's main base is now safe and secure, but Solar is also free to expand and take his natural.
It's one probe. The MVP for herO throughout the game so far, and finally gets taken out.
Yeah, I feel like if we had a Baneling nest behind this, Solar could just win.
Oh, definitely.
Oh god, but he just has pure Lings, and with these Lings, he's gonna have a hard time breaking through this wall unless herO moves down the ramp. So herO, please,
you gotta be, a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, buddy.
Still a solid wall. And now he's down, he's down!
He is down. Solar, is he going to bite? Is he going to take the bait? Instead, he takes a 3rd base behind this.
Yeah, it's actually a very precarious position right now for both players. There's always a risk of Solar losing his own army, and if that happens, the Slowlots are just going to march across the map and kill all of the bases.
Yeah, Solar's he's trying to set up. He wants to try and get past all of these Zealots, and he does! He gets in!
He does, but with only a handful of Lings. The shield battery has regained a bunch of its energy.
Oh.
But one probe goes down. Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, 1 for now, and he gets a full scout. I mean, to be fair, he already had an overlord in here. The rest of the Lings get in! Oh my god! herO, please!
I didn't even notice that a lot of these zealots were dealt with. Overcharge is popped, and the Void Ray now... Or now that the Void Ray is out, I don't see herO getting... Or Solar, rather, getting much more damage done here.
Yeah, he's just being as annoying as possible, keeping everything busy here across the map. Meanwhile, back at home, Solar is getting more queens, getting more bases, getting more drones, trying to get back up economically. Speaking of herO, he's still on 1 base.
Yeah, that natural nexus is still on its way. Solar has lost his map control, but now he's got 3 bases out. He can replenish those Lings much, much quicker than herO can produce anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, Hero still only has one gate.
Oh my lord.
A single gateway, mate. And there's no wall here at the natural either. He's vulnerable to a counterattack. But Hero is pushing out with his one Void Ray and a couple of gateway units. Is this going to really work out? There are plenty of queens.
Oh, 2 Void Rays out now, though, and queens are really very low on energy. Hero is targeting down the high energy queen.
Ooh,
Throws out a transfuse before it goes down, though, and honestly, this is looking pretty good for Solar still.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, 2 queens go down, but he gets a Void Ray. GG gets called. The writing was on the wall, and Solar takes the series 3-2.
Solar is gonna be eating so good tonight. He's gonna be spoiling his wife tonight, is what he's gonna do. After winning Kashinikal Open less than 12 hours ago and now winning ESL Open Cup Asia, it's a bright day.
It's a bright day for Solar. Congratulations, he is our ESL Open Cup number 102 Asia champion after a very intense and also incredibly aggressive finals.
Yeah, it absolutely was. In every single game, I don't think we really had a game that was too passive. I want to say maybe 2,000 atmospheres, but that was more of, but that was mostly because Solar got bamboozled.
Yeah.
While Hero was building up a bit more. 2 very, very active players, and it was a very close finals as well.
Yeah. I really love the way that the players, how they played out their games. Obviously, it was a little bit weird. Like, Hero was kind of doing whatever he wanted. Yeah, but it was also, a lot of it was very smart play. I don't really like how he played out Berlingrad. It was, it almost worked out for him.
But weird.
Yeah, like, as soon as he lost his proxy gateways, like, it was kind of over. If you saw, like, he was trying to get Adepts out at the time. He was trying to reinforce all the Zealots that he had, which he had a lot of them, to be fair, with Adepts. And if that would have happened, he may have just straight up won the game and overwhelmed Solar and just broken through. But for Solar to just recognize that, hey, I can't deal with these Zealots, I'm just going to run past them and depower everything and go across the map, and Hero just couldn't stop him.
Yeah, again, those are slow lots.
Yeah.
They were not charge lots, and I'm definitely with you there. I think it was a scenario where Hero could have really done 2 things, right? He could have either committed harder to the Zealots and maybe gotten a 4th gate out and not getting gas at all, or he could have gotten gas earlier and tried to transition before Solar could really get that massive link count out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, it's also one of those things where Hero put himself in that situation, right? He's the one.
Oh, he definitely did.
Yeah, he's the one who decided it's the ace match, it's Berlingrad, I'm going to proxy, I'm going to gamble, and sometimes things like this happen. So, you know, he's got no one to blame but himself for putting himself in that situation. And GG to Solar for, again, like, responding well to it.
He does have no one to blame but himself for putting himself in that position, but at the same time, he has no one to blame but himself for getting to the finals in the first place. Again, of all of these players who have returned from the military recently, Gumiho Classic, Hero, Leenock, and probably some others that I'm missing, I want to say Classic has been more consistent, but Hero straight up has had the best results out of all of them.
Yeah, massive shout out to Hero. We were talking about it. There's a bunch of ex-military players coming out. True is the latest one.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday. And they have been improving at a steady rate. And Hero, he is really popping off. I feel like the other one, which to be fair was like the previous wave of ex-military players, are Dream and
Sure.
Beyond as well.
Yeah.
Like
Dream
they,
and Beyond.
Yeah, like they were like the first wave, kind of. Like they've already found some success, and it looks like Hero is finding some as well. We've been talking about this for the past couple of months. Someone has to take the mantle of Zest and Stats now that they are leaving us. You know?
We thought it'd be Trap.
I forgot about you. I feel bad, man. A Gemini's in the chat, and you're bringing up Trap? Oh my god. Trap is looking to take up that mantle.
He is. He's still the best Protoss player out there.
Yeah,
Bar none.
especially now that Zest is stepping away, and going to the military. For those who may not know that, but yeah, like, you know, players like herO, players like Classic, they're looking to step up as well. You know, they're champions, mate. They're champions.
Yeah. Both in the past and recently.
Yeah, both in the past, present, and hopefully future. Hopefully future.
I want future to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the future of Terran.
He is the future of Terran. He did recently come back to the game, fun fact. He did come back after a long hiatus. But with that, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Massive shout out to Pig, because he did give us a pretty big raid, and I know that's where a lot of the viewers are coming from.
Yeah, very much appreciated. Senor Chancho. I'm trying to think of something connected with much, but my mind is a little blank right now. Yeah.
So thank you so much. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we are the CranKy Ducklings, and we've been running our own events and casting StarCraft for now 4 years. So we have plenty of StarCraft here on this channel. It's been a long time. So yeah, we do cover plenty of StarCraft on this channel. Every single week we are live with ESL Open Cup Asia. We also cover our own events like Grand Platypus Open, which is a weekly Oceanic and Southeast Asian tournament. So, you know, that does feature players from Australia, from Singapore, Vietnam, Hong Kong, India, all of Southeast Asia, and of course ANZ. We also have an amateur tournament that we run, 2 amateur tournaments that we run every single week as well. Sea Duckling Open, Master Swan Open. They are tournaments for Diamond players and Masters players as well, up to 4.9k MMR. So yeah, if you want to be a part of this and if you want to join the community, then, you know, we have plenty of StarCraft here.
! Socials in the chat to stay updated on Twitter, Discord, Facebook if you use it. As yeah, we do run a lot of events, but we have just concluded the events that we organized for 2021. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break, but that does not mean that we're going to stop casting for the rest of the year. We still have the closed qualifiers for NA, DreamHack Last Chance. We still have ESL Open Cups. We have our very special Duckling Showdown happening on the 8th of January. So, and you know, in between, if anything pops up and people want us to cast them, we will be jumping on top of that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something to look forward to. If you're wondering what is the Duckling Showdown, we run show matches at the end of every single year, somehow related to a theme of our year of StarCraft. We've had like team league matches, we've had specific matchups, we've had like kind of graduation matches as well.
Region versus region.
Yeah, that was last year. Last year was Latin America versus Oceania. But this year it is going to be focused around our pro team, because 2021 was the first year that we were actually able to sign a bunch of players and have them be a part of the CranKy Ducklings. So if you're familiar, if people in the chat watch DreamHack for other regions, then they should be familiar with Eric, Ryu, and Neo from Latin America, Patty Mac from North America, and Oreo and Starduck from Oceania. So we do have our pro team, and we decided that at the end of the year for Duckling Showdown, we're gonna be featuring them.
Indeed, we are. Actually, not sure how much I'm allowed to say here, but yeah, they are. Every single one of them is going to be playing in our end of the year show match. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, no Korean players or players who compete in the EU. Rio doesn't count. He lives in Italy, but he competes in Latin.
It's close enough.
Sure. Yeah.
We have an Italian. It's fine. See. Yeah, maybe that's something that changes for 2022. We are looking to potentially sign a Korean player. We have our eyes on a couple of them, so the potential is always there for the Ducklings to grow. And the reason why we've been able to grow so much, especially this year, is thanks to you guys in the chats. specifically our Twitch subscribers and our Patreons. It's because of you guys that we were able to fund and grow to the point where we could sign some players. We were able to grow enough to be noticed by ESL, and we were able to be the official B stream for DreamHack for the entire year. So we've also been doing that. We were able to be a part of ANZ Champs, which is a big tournament for Oceania. We've been able to grow a lot, and this was a big year for us. A big year.
Yeah, you got me thinking back to the first Duckling Open back in 2017. Now
it was awful, mate. Oh god,
we didn't really know what we were doing. But we kind of knew what we were doing.
It was fun, man. We've talked about it before. I do miss our player intros, like
the music intros.
Yeah.
We need to find them for our own players now before Duckling Showdown. We need to find a song for each player. And songs that aren't copyrighted.
Yeah. For those wondering, back in 2017, when we casted tournaments, we used to have a specific song for each player whenever we introduced them in a game.
Regular players.
Right, yeah, regular players. So kind of like WWE sort of thing, where when we're introducing them, like they have a theme song going, like old school Pro League sort of thing. And it was very silly.
It very much was. I remember Lights was the Macarena song.
Yeah, I had the Macarena. Itachi had a Naruto one.
Yeah. Fighting Dreamish opening.
Yeah. Milk had
the milkshake song.
The milkshake song, yeah.
Phoenix or Einhayar had Skyrim theme.
Yep. Yeah. I love it. The Nordic.
Who else?
Oh god. Oh, I almost said Salavanth. Suprotivist had the CSI opening.
CSI, yeah, he did. You can see us on CSI.
Yeah, it was on Team CSI. Good times.
We'll try to if anyone has suggestions for our players for the Duckling Showdown, we are willing to hear them. We may not use them though, because again, copyright.
Yeah, we probably won't do that. We probably won't. Maybe one day. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Yaku, why don't you tell the people where can they find you when it comes to your solo content? You're not just here on the CranKy Ducklings, right?
Mostly I am nowadays, but yeah, when I do stream, if I do stream, you can find me over at twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1 over on Twitch. I might pull yeah. Depending on if I can get people together, we may have a holiday-ish stream coming on, like something we do like to do at the end of the year. It's either Jackbox or some strategy game. So if I can get people together, then that may be streamed, but to be determined. I'll announce if it happens over at twitter.com at Empore Yakuzaku, not Emperor Yakuzaku, Empore. Very important to keep in mind. And other than that, !Discord in the chat. I'm there. Light is there. The rest of the CranKy Ducklings are there.
Oh yeah. We are all there. Meanwhile, !Funada Maximo in the chat. Llegué tarde. Sí, llegaste tarde, mates. You are too late. The tournament did just end. Also, I fixed the command. There it is. Of course, the casters today was myself and Yakuzaku. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter as well and Twitch. I'm light_VIP. I do stream occasionally throughout the week, typically ladder sessions. I'm probably not going to stream today. I'm honestly pretty tired. We did a lot of casting today.
I gotta crawl straight back to bed once we go offline.
I do want to apologize. I do know that the very start of the stream, both of us were kind of low energy, and it took us a while to wake up and get into it. But yeah. We have been casting a lot. Yeah.
Thank God for the players and how they played today. If we casted a single mech game, I think I would have just fallen asleep. I would have just fallen asleep. I'm just sharing the cast. The only thing we'd have heard is snoring. So yeah. Thanks to the players for keeping things active.
Exactly, mate. There was I avoided cure just in case. You know, I didn't want to risk it. So yeah, we got lucky. But yeah, you can follow me there. I stream some ladder sessions. I play Final Fantasy 14. If you're interested in that, I'm doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy 12. So if you're interested, then check us out over on my regular channel, my solo channel. But if you just want casting of StarCraft, then that's what you're going to get here on the CranKy Ducklings. We're live throughout the week. Our next broadcast, I believe, is going to be tomorrow. It is going to be DreamHack Last Chance, the closed qualifiers for North America. I don't know if Pig is going to wake up for that. It's very possible that he will, because he was covering the Open qualifier today. We weren't a part of that. Yeah, because we were asleep. We were casting earlier than that at 3 a.m. this morning, a different tournament. But for the closed qualifiers, we are free to cover them, and we will be there to bring you as much English coverage as we can.
Get right on that. Let's spread it all out as much as possible.
Exactly.
Not sure since it's it's a double limb bracket. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Yes, it is going to be double elimination. And yeah, with that, Yaku, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we head off?
Yes, but I forgot. Solar, go buy food, because you have money now.
There you go. Solar, he has earned it.
He's also a Duckling now.
Yeah, he is a Duckling now.
Or a sub.
He is a back-to-back champion, as he did win 2 tournaments in less than 24 hours. So congratulations, Solar. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Less than 3. Thank you so much. And we will see you tomorrow.
Hearts.
Ciao.
Bye. Bella.